Hey everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're journeying back in time, not just to the well-known events of early Islam, but to the whispers in the margins of history. We're digging up the incredible, often overlooked stories that add so much color and depth to this fascinating era. These are the tales of remarkable individuals whose contributions shaped the world in ways we are only now beginning to fully appreciate. Get ready, because these are the lost stories of early Islam the world forgot. When we think of early Islamic history, we often picture caliphs, generals, and epic battles. And while those are important, the real fabric of society was woven by countless other scholars, poets, merchants, and especially trailblazing women. Let's start with one such figure, Rufaidah al-Islamiyya. Long before Florence Nightingale became a household name, Rufaidah was pioneering the field of nursing right in the heart of the Arabian Peninsula. During the time of the Prophet Muhammad, Rufaidah set up what many consider to be the first mobile field hospital. She organized a team of volunteer nurses, known as the Fidaiyat, and they would head straight to the battlefield. Their mission? To provide immediate medical care, to comfort the wounded, and to save lives. Rufaidah wasn't just a nurse, she was a leader, a teacher, and a public health advocate. She trained other women, establishing a formal system of nursing education. Her tent was a sanctuary of healing, open to everyone, regardless of their background. She developed a code of conduct for nurses, emphasizing compassion and skill. It's a powerful reminder that the drive to care for others is a universal, timeless value, and women like Rufaidah were at the forefront of formalizing it. Now, let's shift from medicine to the world of knowledge and books. We all know about the great libraries of Baghdad or Cordoba, but have you heard of Fatima al-Fihri? She is the visionary woman who founded the world's oldest, continuously operating university. Yes, you heard that right. In the year 859, in the city of Morocco, Fatima used her personal inheritance to establish the Al-Qur'an Mosque and Madrasa complex. What started as a community mosque grew into a leading center for learning. Students from all over the world flocked to Al-Qur'an to study not just theology, but also astronomy, mathematics, medicine, and philosophy. It became a beacon of intellectual light, preserving and expanding upon human knowledge during a time when Europe was still in the Dark Ages. Fatima's incredible foresight and generosity created an institution that has been educating students for over 1100 years. She wasn't a ruler or a scholar herself, but an ordinary citizen with an extraordinary vision for the power of education. Her legacy is literally built into the walls of a university that still stands today, a testament to one woman's dream to empower future generations. The early Islamic world was also a hub of exploration and discovery. While names like Ibn Battuta are famous, what about the sailors and cartographers who made his journeys possible? Let's talk about the unsung heroes of the sea. Early Muslim navigators were masters of the Indian Ocean. They developed sophisticated tools like the camel and the astrolabe to navigate by the stars with incredible precision. They created detailed sea charts, known as Ramani, which were essentially the Google Maps of their day. These charts didn't just show coastlines, they included information on currents, wind patterns, and safe harbors. These sailors weren't just traders, they were cultural ambassadors. They connected the coasts of Africa, the Arabian Peninsula, India, and even China, creating a vibrant network of exchange. They shared spices, textiles, and technologies, but more importantly, they shared ideas. The stories they brought back from distant lands broadened the horizons of their society and fueled a spirit of curiosity and adventure. These anonymous sailors were the architects of a globalized world, centuries before the term even existed. Now let's turn our attention to the realm of art and engineering. We marvel at the intricate geometry of Islamic architecture, but who were the minds behind it? Many were brilliant mathematicians and artisans whose names are lost to time. But we do know about people like the Banu Musa brothers. In 9th century Baghdad, these three brothers Jafar, Ahmad, and Al-Hazen were the rock stars of science and technology. They ran a massive research institute, translating ancient Greek texts and pushing the boundaries of what was possible. They wrote a groundbreaking work called the Book of Ingenious Devices, which is like a blueprint for incredible inventions. We're talking about automatic fountains that changed patterns, self-trimming lamps, and even a programmable flute player, one of the earliest examples of a programmable machine in history. They were pioneers in automation and mechanics. Their work wasn't just for show, it laid the mathematical and engineering groundwork for centuries of innovation. They showed that science could be both practical and beautiful, creating devices that sparked wonder and delight. But what about social justice? It's a very modern-sounding concept, but it had its champions in the early Islamic world too. One of the most fascinating is a woman named al-Shaifa bint Abdullah. During the time of the second caliph, Umar ibn al-Khattab, al-Shaifa was appointed as the market inspector of Medina. This was an incredibly important and public role. Her job was to ensure fair trade, to prevent fraud, and to maintain order in the bustling marketplace. Think about that. A woman in a position of public authority, holding merchants accountable and ensuring ethical business practices in one of the most important cities of the empire. Al-Shaifa was known for her sharp intellect, her integrity, and her deep knowledge of both commerce and Islamic principles. She was a literate woman, a rarity at the time, and was also a healer and teacher. Her appointment wasn't just a one-off, it set a precedent, showing that leadership and public service were based on merit and character, not gender. She was a regulator, a consumer advocate, and a symbol of female empowerment, all rolled into one. And finally, no exploration of lost stories would be complete without talking about poetry and music. We often think of this period in terms of law and theology, but it was also an age of profound artistic expression. Take, for example, the female poets, or shawarat. Women like Al-Kansa were celebrated for their powerful elegies, which were considered among the finest in the Arabic language. Her poetry was so moving and skillful that she became a legend in her own lifetime. Then there was the world of music, pioneered by figures like Ziryab, a musician and polymath who moved from Baghdad to Cordoba. Ziryab completely revolutionized society. He established the first conservatory of music in Europe. He introduced the oud, the ancestor of the modern guitar, to Spain. But he was so much more than a musician. He was a trendsetter who brought new styles of fashion, new hairstyles, and even new culinary arts to Andalusia. He's credited with introducing the three-course meal soup, main course, and dessert, and even the use of crystal glasses. Ziryab demonstrates how culture spreads not just through books and conquests, but through art, music, and the simple, beautiful things that make up daily life. From Rufaida's field hospitals to Fatima's university, from the Banu Musa's robots to Al-Shifa's market regulations. These stories paint a much richer and more diverse picture of the early Islamic world. These were innovators, leaders, and visionaries who dared to dream of a better, more knowledgeable, and more just world. Their contributions have rippled through the centuries, even if their names have sometimes been forgotten. By remembering them, we don't just learn about the past. We gain a new perspective on the present and find inspiration for the future. We see that progress has always been driven by people from all walks of life, men and women, who use their talents to make a difference. The history we're often taught is just the headline. These stories are the heart of the matter. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey into the forgotten corners of history. I hope you found these stories as incredible as I do. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next exploration. And let me know in the comments which of these figures surprised you the most. Until next time, stay curious.